Luke, are you ready to give the fans what they want, which is week 15 of a legal formation?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, you heard straight from the Luker fans. All right, cousin, take us away. Give us the recap of week 14 before we get into that Monday night Steelers game with our boy Ronnie Davis. Talk to us, G. How did we do last week?
Oh, do we have to talk about this?
Oh, God, it gets worse every week.
So you were 2-3, and I was 1-4 for like the third time in the past 4 weeks. And
Horrific.
Luke, get your notebook out. We got a reference to the movie The Cooler from 2003, where they said, "You are bad luck incarnate." And so I'm starting to think that I am becoming William H. Macy in The Cooler. 1-4. Rob was 2-3 last week. Rob moves to overall 21-26, and I'm falling way back at 17-30.
I couldn't even get even, cousin. I mean, Kansas City at home gets beat by Houston. I get Houston's defense is all world, but come on, man. On the spread line on that, we got to cover that.
Dude, the way things are going, I went to bed and it was 19-16 Philadelphia, and I was like, there's no way they win this game because the Chargers are driving, and I wake up in the morning and I see they lost in overtime. I'm like, that's about right.
Yeah, we turned
4 interceptions.
2 turnovers on the same play. How can that happen?
After I said I trust Jalen Hurts, the guy goes and does 2 turnovers on one play.
Might be opposite day, Luke. Write down whatever
it's gotta
we
be the first
pick
time
the
that's
opposite.
happened in NFL history.
Insane.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen
The reality of this sports betting year, dude, is what can go wrong will go wrong. We should have won the Kansas City game. No excuse for that happening. Philly, what happened in the fourth quarter? And if we win that, then I'm freaking, I'm 4-1 on the week, but not so fast. Maybe our luck changes this week, Luker. All right, cousin, we got a short game schedule this week. We got 3 games. Week 15, start us off. What are we looking like on this Thursday game?
Yeah, so the light schedule is a result of the Bucs and the Dolphins both having primetime games this week, so it kind of coincides and narrows down what we got. Thursday night here in Tampa, right down the street.
Luke, are we going? Are we going, Luke? We going to the box?
Luke said he's tailgating.
Brady going to bring us back for everything that we've done? Why not?
Maybe he doesn't know.
Maybe the Hard Rock will take us, Luke, since they owe us.
I got steaks to eat.
So yeah, Rob, I know you probably have a lot to unload about the Bucs dropping the game to the Saints last week, but even after that, the Bucs are favored by 4 at home against Atlanta.
How can it be? How can it be a 4-point spread
mentality of a
on what we did?
Bucs fan
on what we did, how can we be getting 4? It's insane. We're giving up 4 to the Falcons. We lose to the 2-10 Saints, who are basically running a high school offense against us. Are you kidding me? Rookie quarterback with a draw option read around the corner beats us twice with a team that's supposed to be on defense or built on defense. Number 1, we get 0 separation on any of our wide receivers. If you look at our offense, we have no downfield threat. I get it, we were playing in a monsoon, but go back. Last 7 games or whatever, we're averaging like 17, 18 points with no separation, no downfield threat. What are you going to do? You're going to stack 8 in the box, play deep in the middle. You're going to be watch Bucky or any of your dang running backs, and that's why we could not convert 3 of the 4 fourth downs. They know what's coming. We don't have the option. They know it's either Baker around and got to kill himself to go for it.
How do you lose 7 yards on a 4th and 1?
It's insane. It's because they know what's coming because you don't have a threat. With Evans out and Godwin, bless his heart, trying to get back, he's not back to where he was. Also, when did we start just saying field position doesn't matter and start going for every 4th and 1? Dude, after you get blasted in the face and you lose 3 yards on the first attempt, kicked the damn thing away, man. Start playing field position. I get it, it's a rookie quarterback, but that dog didn't hunt. Play calling, I hate it. I'm not sold on our offensive coordinator right now. Baker's having to throw a ball in about this tight of a window, and he's gotten a little sloppy because our offensive line is hurt. He doesn't have any time to throw. There's somebody always at his legs. We're going to get this guy killed. All he does is keep rolling out. And last, Luke, the special teams continue to be a problem. We continue to spot the ball on the 40. Now, on the reverse of that, the Falcons get absolutely trashed and blown out of their game, and that leaves us with a 4-point spread. Are you kidding me? This game could easily come down to a field goal. You take the Bucs and you lose because they don't cover the 4. But Luke, I have to do it. I have to go Bucs at home under the lights on Thursday night, and for the one and only simple reason the entire season is on Thursday.
I was going to say they got to have it.
They have to have it. If we can't win by 4 on Thursday, whatever, man, bring Gruden back. Do whatever we got to get. We bringing in Paul Pierre to help rush. No, we got to win. We got to cover at least 4. I'm going Bucs at home on the short week. It's do or die time. Let's go. It's Dave, the left-handed pickleball. Time to smash. We don't get tight. We play loose. We got to go.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I just got to think it's got to be a bounce back game for these guys.
Have
They
to.
can't have another game where they fail on all these third down and fourth down conversions. That was just crazy. And the Falcons, they stink, 4-9. So, yeah, like you said, this is the time now. They got to beat them, and if they don't, or if it's a close game, then, hey, the rest of the season's not looking so great. So they got to come out and whip them. And Tampa Bay defense needs some help in the red zone.
It's insanity.
You know.
Red zone and our middle linebackers, we can't cover over the middle. Watch the game. They always find that outlet tight end or whoever and beats us middle. Now, Luke, fun fact. What do you think the records are between the Falcons and the Bucks? Who do you think has more wins in head-to-head competitions?
Like total? Like since they
total.
beginning of time?
Yeah,
Bucks.
Falcons.
tied 32 and 32.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me? So now we're about to say, hey, are we playing the odds? We won the opener by 3 on the road. But to sweep a team in your division, very difficult. But we've got to. Thursday, it's do or die, but we're out, dude, and forget it.
Yeah.
And then, that, by the way, huge letdown because it is then the weakest division in football.
Yeah.
If you can't win that, boys, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
You got to take advantage of that. They're not doing it right now. So.
We roll into the Sunday nighter, Vikings at Cowboys. Cowboys broke both of our hearts because we took them on the road at Detroit. They lose 44-30. We thought they would come and stay hot, but now they're inviting the Vikings, who are playing garbage, at Dallas. But Dallas is giving the Vikings 5.5, so almost an entire touchdown, entire score.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to go with the Cowboys just because I thought this line would be higher. I know the Vikings had a good game last week. They blew out the Commanders, but, I mean, before that, they were looking really, really trash, and J.J. McCarthy just not getting it done. And I think a lot of the analysts and people that I'm listening to are really, really down on him. So I don't know how they're going to just show up in Dallas Sunday night
What a
and think
disaster.
that they're going to have any chance. I mean, it's the NFL. Anything can happen, I should say.
What a
but,
disaster. They let Darnold out of there, and
Yeah.
this is what they've got.
Yeah. And,
Hero to 0.
yeah. And Dallas is still hard for me to trust after, like I said last week, whatever side I pick, they end up doing the opposite. So, but I'm going to go again with the Cowboys.
No, just to break our hearts again.
Yeah, just because I just think the Vikings are
home.
weak, and I think the Cowboys have to get it done, especially with Philly losing last night. The door is open for them to take the NFC East after all the trouble in the beginning and all the negativity around that team. Look where they are.
Luker, Vikings are not serious. They're not getting serious. They got one of the best wide receivers on the planet. These guys roll the dice, take a rookie quarterback who goes down in his first year with no experience. They trade out a guy who's in the contention for the MVP, is taking the goddamn Luker Seahawks to the promised land. Guy lights it up for like 350, 400 yards with Darnold last year.
Yeah.
They don't pay that guy, or at least protect him and say, no, we're going to cap, or what are they? What am I looking for? G, where they put the tag on. They could have tagged him, kept him, could have forced it. Instead, look, they go from hero to 0. Front office is in trouble. I'm with you. I think they go into Dallas on Sunday night. I think Dallas beats them by at least 6. They'll cover the spread. Big trouble in the Vikings. If you look at also the draft picks and what happened here, ugly. This could be bad. This could be people jumping ship. Anyway, Luke, put us down. The Cousins are going with the Hard Rock Tampa bet at 5.5 with the Cowboys. Giving up 5.5. Unbelievable. Take us to the promised land on that Monday nighter.
All right, Monday night, we got
Screaming Ronnie Davis.
the Dolphins on their 4-game win streak, where they are averaging 190 yards on the ground over the 4-game win. So
beat me
running the
to
ball
it.
and defense wins, and
beat-
that's what they're doing the last 4 games, 5 out of 6. So here we have the Dolphins climbing all the way back to 6-7 after every guest in here was ripping them, Rickman and everybody.
Luker with the 6-7.
6-7. At the Steelers, who are 7-6. Steelers are favored by 3.5
At home.
At home, it's going to be a cold weather game.
Any
I
snow?
think.
Snow on the
I
ground,
don't know
maybe?
if there's snow or not, but Tua qualified and won his cold weather game that everyone said he could
Remember?
never win.
We were worried about that last
So,
week.
yeah, he did get it. I think the temperature in New York was just under that threshold, 38 degrees, whatever they
And they put up 30.
constitutes a cold weather game.
And they
but-
put up 34. It wasn't a squeaker. They
It was
blew them
all-
out.
Yeah, and it was 21-0 before the first quarter was over.
Yep.
So it was
Cruising.
blinked, and they were up big. And so Miami running ball and defense is winning them games, and so Pittsburgh, on the other hand, they actually give up a lot of running yards on the ground. They're averaging give up 150 on the ground. So
But what about the bounce back last week, where they come in and they beat Baltimore at Baltimore?
yeah,
Change your
but
mind at all?
Baltimore.
Struggling.
Yeah, I don't think that this is the same Baltimore team that we've seen in the past. You know, I don't know. You know, there's a good chance that the Dolphins don't win this game, but I'm going with them anyways,
I like it.
just because Pittsburgh's got some injuries. Miami's really healthy. They're on a hot streak. They're getting it done the way that you need to get it done after Thanksgiving when the weather gets cold. Running and defense starting to come around. Scares me a little bit. You know, Pittsburgh, always good, tough opponent.
At home.
Tomlin, Rodgers, those receivers, and
Metcalf.
they can show up any night.
Metcalf will play.
But hey, why not? We're riding the Dolphins' hot streak here,
Right
and
into the
I'm
ground.
not getting off the bandwagon just yet.
How many in a row?
4 in a row.
Luker, 4 in a row by the Finns. I'm going against the cousin. I'm going to say it's not going to be 5. And why? Because it's too dang hard in the NFL to string 5 games in a row and play 2 games back-to-back in weather conditions. They had a tough game in New York, even though they blew them out, and it's a crappy team they played. But to travel twice in those, hostile environment in the cold, I don't think they pull it off. I think the Steelers are fighting for their life, and they're actually, tied for first place, even though it's a miserable record. I would have loved the spread if it was at 2, because then I could have seen the Steelers, winning by 3 or whatnot, or, kicking a field goal to put us there. I'm going to back my boy Ronnie Davis. I think this guy's going to come through for us just like his drives. Congratulations to the tournament win that he had down there at Miami Lakes. I'm going to go Steelers at home. I think they're going to control the clock. I think the defense is going to be a lot different than the Dolphins faced playing the Jets. I think the Watt boy is going to have to step up there and get it done. But I do think it's going to be a close one. And I would think maybe Steelers cover just with a late touchdown at the end.
Yeah, and keep your eye on Devon Achane for Miami. I think he had a rib injury against the Jets, and he is a superstar running back.
He is a stud.
So that would
200
be
yards
disappointing
standing
if
there
he
on the
can't
ground.
suit up. Yeah, that'll be disappointing. But, ask Ronnie Davis what happened last time the Dolphins played
Ronnie,
up in
what
Pittsburgh
happened last
when we
time
were
you
there.
flew all the way to Pittsburgh and watched them in the snow? I'm going to go on a limb and say you got thumped by the Dolphins, buddy.
Well, Antonio Brown stepped out of bounds while he was returning the game-winning kickoff. He stepped out of bounds.
Luke, strike the thumping part out of this.
Stadium's going nuts. Everyone thought he scored. I'm looking at the Dolphins sideline. We're cheering, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. How can the fans be cheering? The Steelers won, and the Dolphins are cheering. The referee gets on.
Replay?
Stepped out of bounds at the 3-yard
Did
line.
they put it on the big Tron so everybody in the stands can see it?
And we flew back to Miami happy. But
Heartbreaker, Luker. All right, recap time. G, take us through it. Week 15, Thursday, Sunday, Monday. So only 3 games. Falcons at Bucks. Here we go.
yeah, we're both on the Bucks. They got to cover
Check.
4 points. Sunday night, we're both on the Cowboys. They got to win by 6 to cover the 5.5. And then Monday night, I'm going Dolphins plus 3.5. You're going Steelers minus 3.5.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers late touchdown in the 4th to win it. And that's my call, Luke. I'm sticking to it. Luker, who do you like, Finns or Steelers?
I like the idea of Dolphins just getting 5 out of nowhere. Just getting 5 streak.
5 in a
That'd be
row.
See 5 in a row?
Yeah.
Climbing back to 500.
That's why he's the best producer in the business, folks. That's week 15. Stick around. We got an overtime segment where we're coming to you with a public service announcement about some serious fraud happening in the Hillsborough County, probably statewide criminal justice area. We want to put it out there, keep everybody on alert. Anyway, be safe, be good. That's Legal Formation. That's Garrett. I'm Rob. Book 'em, Luker, week 15, Legal Formation in the books.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.